Isn't that funny though? Isn't it funny what a position we're in now versus in the middle of the pandemic when there were studios salivating at the idea of AMC going under?
I said that if Amazon had cut a check for $75 million, which is the reported budget of Creed 3, and they had done it like Netflix did it, like Prime has done it with all kind of TV shows and all kind of different proprietary films that they put on there, if they had spent $75 million and dumped it on Amazon Prime, how much money would they make?
Exactly.
How much money would they have spent to make it? $75 million. Take the same movie and say, throw it in theaters. Give it 45 days.
Right. What's the harm?
They made all their money back. That's
Exactly.
what they're going to do. They're basically going to make almost all their money back for this, if not all of it, and a little bit of profit. And then it goes to Prime. And then everybody's going to be like, oh, wait, I didn't see it in theaters. I want to go watch it on Amazon Prime. That's how you boost a service. And we're going to get to this in a little bit. We have the financial reports from AMC Theaters and Cinemark, just fresh numbers from the last week, both earnings calls I monitored. And we're going to show you. And even people like Adam Aaron, CEO of AMC Theaters, he's saying, look, Hollywood is starting to understand their movies need to be here. They can't just keep putting everything onto a streaming service. The theatrical box office is still globally soft compared to where it was pre-pandemic. It still has a ways to go, but the biggest culprit is the fact that Hollywood studios are not putting content into theaters like they used to. They're trying to build up these proprietary streaming services, and they're finally starting to come to the realization that, this isn't working like we thought. $12 billion in the hole later, Disney.
Isn't that funny though? Isn't it funny what a position we're in now versus in the middle of the pandemic when there were studios salivating at the idea of AMC going under? And then you had the what was it? The Reddit what's the Reddit subthread or subreddit that saved it?
Oh, you're talking about what is the Wall Street there? I forget the name of it. But
Wall Street Bets.
AMC got meme stocked and Cinemark didn't. And that's really that's the only reason that AMC is in the, I'm not going to say great, but the far more financially healthy shape than Cinemark is. Cinemark didn't get the benefit of getting meme stocked. So when AMC got meme stocked and it drove the price per share of AMC into the stratosphere, way more than AMC was ever worth. It was like the most comedically stupid thing we'd ever seen. AMC was like, we're sitting on a bunch of treasury stock. We'd be kind of dumb not to throw this out there right now. Wait for the price to come back down and then buy it back. They made a mint. They made billions on it. And those billions from doing that, from releasing some treasury stock, is what gave them the cash to get through COVID or the lockdown to after COVID.
And then this is almost never reported, but it also allowed AMC then to be one of the major partners in negotiating with the studios in order to give the theaters here in North America better deals going ahead. Because at that point, so if you think about it, had AMC been at the edge of bankruptcy and perhaps had to file, then the theaters really would have been in a much lesser position in order to negotiate with the Hollywood studios. And that's why companies like Disney were allegedly ready to see that happen, because they wanted to take greater control and drive their profit margins higher off of movies. And now you can see why Disney can't seem to get a profit off of movies at the box office, although other studios seem to be very successful, a la Creed 3.
Yeah, and that's just it. You have to take everything into account based on what it was meant to be. But I think that, when you look at some of these Netflix titles that absolutely should have been in a theater, and the name of it is escaping me right now, but there was this great Netflix movie that they made with Chris Hemsworth, where he was like a SEAL team member or something. It was one of the best action flicks. You know the one I'm talking about?
Extraction.
Thank you. Extraction. Look, Jonas just pops in to do that. But no, that's perfect. Extraction. If you haven't seen that movie on Netflix, you're missing out. That movie should have absolutely been put in theaters exclusively first, even if just for 30 or 45 days. Do a wide release. That movie would have made its entire budget back. I guarantee you.
Yep.
I mean, it was very well done. Yes, Jonas.
Oh my goodness. I mean, Gray Man, a Russo brothers film starring Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans. I mean, just the description of it should get it into theaters. Most of the mid-level movies that we have been complaining about not going to theaters are just going to Netflix. It's a problem. It is a hole in the market that I do not understand why Netflix doesn't fix it. I actually came in to say you got some super chats to read.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry, hombre, you have some super chats to read.
We're going to get there in just a little bit. And I see Frozen Nuggets is out there saying the Adam Project. That was another one. They've done a number of Ryan Reynolds movies that have been very entertaining. And look what they're doing right now. They're deliberately putting movies in theaters just for a few days at a few select locations, just to get Oscar capacity so that they can actually be nominated for awards. All Quiet on the Western Front. Why the hell wasn't that in? And I don't mean like 10 theaters in Los Angeles and New York so they could get on an Oscar ballot. A wide release, right? There's no reason not to put that movie in a theater and then put it on Netflix later on.
You know, it's all tied in. It's all tied into that idea of the arms race that we've been in for subscribers with these streaming services.
That's it.
But they have got to, well, by this point, surely they have realized that the theatrical release does not necessarily compete with the streaming release, but that they can work in tandem if done correctly.
It enhances the streaming release.
Exactly.
That's one thing that's been proven time and time again. And even if they were to just put it in theaters for 30 days before putting it on Netflix and let the theaters have it for 30 days, the theaters are not going to pay them 52, 53, 54, 55% for that. They're not. Okay.
Right.
Theaters don't pay that high a rate when their exclusivity window gets shrunk that much. They're going to pay them maybe 45% or something like that. And we've seen that again. This is all from this is what AMC Theaters has told the world in financial reports. I mean, studios definitely do get cut depending on the window that they're giving these movies to release into theaters.
Just think about it, Valiant.
Mhm.
So this is not foreign. This is not something that's novel or new. We used to do this all the time, right? So you would release it into the theaters, but then you didn't think, oh, well, nobody's going to buy the Blu-ray, because you stack the Blu-ray with new goodies that would make people want to go buy it again.
Right.
So what you would do here, clearly, in my opinion, is you throw it out there onto the big screen, let it ride for 30 days, 40 days, 45, whatever they want to come up with. But then when it goes to streaming, do the director's cut. Add 15 minutes.
Mhm.
And then, boom, all the people who loved it are going to come back for a repeat. They're going to come to your service, get that ad revenue if it's on an ad plan. If it's not, hopefully it's driving up your subscriptions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, indeed. And as it should be, because nothing creates buzz around something like that than a big release in a theater.
Renegade Online.